Good morning and welcome to today's English lesson. You know what I remembered just now, and I feel a little bit sad because we stopped doing something that we used to do every single morning when we were at school. You remember what we used to say before we start the class? Apart from Bismillah, we used to say something. I am Try to remember. We used to say something very nice about ourselves. I am. Can you remember? Did anyone remember? I am smart. I am blessed. I can do anything. Do you remember now? Yes, so let's say it together again. I am smart, I am blessed, I can do anything. So I need you to don't forget about this. Always say to yourself, I am smart, I am blessed, and I can do anything. All right. So let's start with today's lesson. Today we are doing simple future tense. This is about verbs. We're going to be talking about the future. How do we speak when we are talking about the future? We use a very nice word, very short word, will, when we talk about the future. Look at this girl. Her name is Sally, just like our lovely HOD Sally. Miss Sally, we miss you. So, Sally is 7 years old now. Last year, she was 6. This is talking about the past. What about next year, which means the future? Next year, she will be 8. So we use will when we talk about the future. By the end of this lesson, you're going to be able to say, I can identify simple future tense verbs. I can write sentences using simple future tense verbs. I need you to pause this video and go watch these 2 videos on YouTube, which are very important and very nice. So, listen and watch them carefully, and when you finish, we will continue with the lesson. Now, before we continue, I need you to go and grab your grammar booklet, a notebook if you have your writing tablet, you can take that or any other notebook or a piece of paper because we are going to write. So take that, take your pencil, your eraser, and come back. So let's start to remember about the tenses of the verbs. We all know that verbs are action words, are things that we do, that we have, that we move, that we do, things that we get done are verbs. But we use them when we speak in different tenses, depending on what time we are talking about. If we are talking about yesterday, we need to talk about the past. And you remember Uncle Ed? We use ed, ed at the end of the verb when we are talking about yesterday. When the action is done in the past, we say it's past tense. For today, which means present, we keep the verb as it is. The children play, or we add an s if we're talking about one person. We know that from the previous lessons, but now today we are learning about how do we speak if we are talking about tomorrow, about the future, about the future tense. If we are talking about tomorrow or after a week or next year, we will talk about the future and we will use the word will. She will play with her doll. The action will be done in the future. So when we talk about the future, we use the future tense. Let's read this together. A future tense verb. A future tense verb tells an action that will happen in the future. The word will goes before the verb to make it in the future tense. For example, Eric, which is this boy, Eric, will rake the leaves tomorrow. So the action is rake and will is the future tense. So we add will before the action, before the verb to make it future tense. So let's do this together now. I need you to get your paper or your notebook or your writing tablet ready. So first, please write the date on top of the page. Today is Wednesday. Oh, 1 second. Okay, so the date is Wednesday, April 29th, 2020 or 2020. So let's write the title, which is future. It's right here. Write the title, simple future tense. Write it down. You can pause the video and then write it when you finish. Continue the video. Simple future tense. Okay. So what we have to do in this activity, we need to circle 5 things from the list below, then write sentences to tell what will you like to do. Remember to use future tense verbs. Alright, so here we have different actions. This one says ride a motorcycle, write a book, swim with sharks, go on a safari, fly an airplane, go diving, win a contest, ride a horse, play in a band, learn to bake. Alright, so these are different activities, actions that we can do. So let's choose 5. You can choose any other one than the one I'm gonna choose, but right now I will choose some. So let me see. I think you all will like to win a contest. I know you guys. You are all winners. So let's do that one first. So now I chose one. We need to do 5. Then write sentences to tell. Let's choose 5. Okay. That's number 1. Oh, I got a nice one. This one. Write a book. You guys are such good writers. And I have some, like Aisha. I remember your book. It was very beautiful. Okay. Swim with sharks. No. Go on a safari. Ride a motorcycle. Fly an airplane. I know you would love to fly an airplane and ride a horse. Some of you saw some pictures of myself riding a horse, remember? All right. So let's now write the sentences. How do we write the sentences? Let's see. Now we'll start with win a contest. We have to choose a noun. We can say I. You can also choose the children, my sister, my brother. Will win a contest. So I will keep the verb and I will add will before it. I will win a contest. Let me see. See, I'm learning some new things over here. All right, to make it bigger. So the next one, let's see, ride a horse. Let's talk about my sister will ride a horse. And we can say about when. When will she ride a horse? We can say tomorrow. My sister will ride a horse tomorrow. Let's see the next one. Go a bit bigger. 30, I think, is gonna be so big. Okay, let's try. Let's do ride a motorcycle. We can say Ahmed will ride a a motorcycle. We can talk about what next week. Ahmed will ride a motorcycle next week. Write a book. Let's see. Aisha will write a book. When will she write a book? It has to be a future. It could be what? Tomorrow. It could be next Saturday. It could be next week. So let's say next year. And the last one, we have fly an airplane. Let's talk about the pilot will fly an airplane next Saturday. So what we need to keep in mind always is that we will add the word will before the action word, before the verb. Now I need you to pause this video, finish up writing all these sentences. Make sure you're writing with nice handwriting, keeping spaces, starting with capitals and ending with full stops. If you don't have those things, you can change them. Okay, you can fix it. Now, let's go to the next slide. On the following slides, you will find two different tasks. Choose to complete task number 1 or task number 2. The first task is to complete the section A from page 62 of your grammar booklet. What you need to do is you have to write the future tense of the verb to complete each sentence. So look at the verb here between the brackets and add the word will. So Ling and Mia will help at school next week. That's what you have to do with all of them. I'm gonna help you with the first one. So Leah and Maya will help. So we will use the verb right here and we will add the word will. And for the next task, you have to complete section B from page 62. Write one future tense verb from the task number 1 in a new sentence. And as a closure, unscramble these words to make a sentence. And then don't forget, after completing your work, upload it in Class Dojo. Bye bye.